College of North Atlantic?
Both me and Mallory are currently enrolled in the Business Administration Human Resources course with the college. We are online students, so we have instructors online, but we practically are teaching ourselves the course. It's taking 2 years, 2 to 3 years for both of us. I've currently been enrolled with the college for about 4 years right now, and because I've been a little bit undecided about what I wanted to do, I led first with marketing, and now I have moved on to human resources.
How was it that you got involved in a competition? Because it's one thing to be students, but it's another thing to compete.
A lot of our instructors are really involved with the marketing competitions and the business aspect of all the competitions that the college does place students in, and our instructors just emailed all their classes and their students and asked if anybody was interested in the competition. If so, we had to basically compete in like a case ourselves with a bunch of different students, and whoever won made it to the competition.
So you went to Grand Falls, Windsor. As I understand, there was a provincial competition. What was it that you had to do there?
It was a case study competition. We formed teams. Initially there was 11 teams, but in the end there was only 6. And it was me and Mallory, as well as another student from St. John's. We formed our team, 709 Solutions, and we were basically, during the competition, we were given a case. We're given a business that has different problems, and we had to create solutions to their problems. We had 2.5 hours to implement different solutions, figure out a timeline when these solutions were going to be placed, and then we had to organize our ideas into a PowerPoint presentation. After the 2.5 hours, we have a 20-minute presentation period to a panel of judges, as well as a 10-minute question and answer period.
And you end up doing pretty good.
Yeah, we did. We placed third within the province. And third place, it was still really great. We did make it to the nationals. First place and second place made it to the international competition. So we were pretty fortunate to actually make it to the nationals.
You guys made it to the nationals, and as I understand it, you didn't necessarily think you were going to do as well as you ended up doing. Mallory, I'm going to bring it to you in a little bit. This took place in Montreal. What was it you were expecting to happen?
We weren't expecting too much. We were told from teams that had traveled there in the past not to expect to place. We were competing against over 30 other colleges and universities from across the country, and Newfoundland has never placed in this competition before. So we were told to just enjoy the experience and plan shopping and sightseeing for the next day. We weren't expecting much.
What did you have to do while you were there?
The competition was very similar to the competition in Grand Falls, except that it was only marketing. In Grand Falls, we were dealing with human resources and other business aspects, and this was strictly a marketing competition. So that was the big difference. We were also given 3 hours to come up with our presentation in Montreal rather than the 2.5 that we were given in Grand Falls, so that was very nice for the team.
You do the presentation, and then you find out, hey, we've done well with this. What was your reaction?
The only word is flabbergasted. We were all sitting at the table, jaws dropped. They had announced third and fourth place, and we all looked at each other and said, okay, we didn't get third and fourth. There's a mall across the street. That's where we're going to go tomorrow morning. So we had our plans all made, and then they called second and first for each division, and second, they said College of the North Atlantic, and we all just kind of sat at the table and looked around at each other for a minute. The other school that we were sitting with had to tell us to get up and go and receive our Scotiabank award, so we got up and walked up in tears to get our award.
And so your day of shopping was intercepted by something else?
Blown off. Yeah, no shopping for us on the Sunday. We were up at 5 a.m. and brought into seclusion at 7:30 to go ahead and start our work on the case at 8 o'clock. And we were the first or second team that presented that day. So it was bam, 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 11 o'clock we presented, and then we went right into the award ceremony and then to the airport to catch our flight home.
What has this given you on a personal level to go into that with certain expectations and come out much further than you thought you were going to do?
Oh, it's been a great confidence boost for all of us on the team. This is something that Courtney and I both personally would never have done in the past, and being involved in something like this has really brought the team spirit out of us. It's made us feel like we can conquer anything that is thrown at us. Being able to go against colleges and universities with such a great reputation across the country, and to come out in the top 6 of Canada, it's crazy.
Courtney, I'm going to ask you the same question now that you've come away with this. How has it affected you?
It's really really is like unbelievable. I never thought I would ever enter into a competition like this. I actually first competed in the competition 2 years ago, and my initial team, we never made it. But perseverance prevailed, and I ended up on a team with Mallory as well as Jessica Yetman from St. John's, and it was just amazing. Like, everything fit into place, and the whole experience, we've gained so much knowledge, so much self-esteem, so much self-confidence. It's been unbelievable.
So where do you guys go from here?
I have 1 more year left of my program, and after that, the sky's the limit.
Do you think you'll compete again?
Oh, definitely. Yep, this November we will be competing in the provincials again, hopefully onward to the international competition in Qatar.
So what would you, I'm going to ask either one of you can answer this, what would you advise a person who's trying to find a direction, and especially as a young individual trying to figure out, like you said, where do we go from here? What would you advise?
Just do it. If you feel like you're interested in something, there's no point in wasting time. We're in our 20s, years are going to pass whether you're in school or not, whether you're doing something for your future or not. Anything you can do to better your own future, go for it. And if it's getting enrolled in school, get enrolled in school. If it's getting involved in a competition that's going to give you the opportunity of a lifetime to travel and compete against other top schools across the country, then do that. Do whatever you need to do to get yourself ahead.
Wonderful. Thank you both so much. Congratulations on what you've done. I look forward to seeing what you guys do next year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Give it all.